There seems to be this misconception on what I mean when I say African unity, because a lot of people are coming to my pages are like, aren't you supposed to be pro-black? Aren't you supposed to be pro-African unity and all of that? See, first things first, I'm not stupid.
Mm,
If you think I'm stupid, then that I understand why you would think why you would say what you would say
mm.
and why you would come to my page doing that. See, my version of African unity excludes the whole of North Africa. Moroccans applied to be in the EU. We know you.
Facts. I agree with that.
That's facts.
I agree. I agree that Moroccan shouldn't even be classing themselves as African no more. Morocco, yeah, Tanzania, like all those North Africa, don't class yourself as African because when people talk about African, they looking at the black people in African, the people with the C4 hair in African, in West Africa, Central Africa, even South Africa. I'm gonna class them as Africans as well. Do you know what I mean? Even to the fact that some Somalians in East Africa try their best to not, be classed with the blacks in Africa. I must do class you guys as African regardless because there's some dope Somalian guys that will always say they're Africans before anything else. Do you get it? But up north, Morocco and them man there, all them man up down there, you lot ain't Africans, bro. Fuck it. Because when we want to talk about unity, bro, you lot are not unified with no Africans, bro. I see the way Tanzania, the country in Tanzania, treat the Africans that go to that migrate in that country, and you lot disrespect them to the fact that you call them monkeys and you just disrespect them totally. You really wanna, you beg it so much to be part of the European, and you want the European to let them know that yeah, we're not part of those people. Then get the fuck out of Africa. Then the fuck are you
That's
there for?
facts.
What the fuck are you there for? Claiming a continent. You don't fuck with the people in the continent, bro. You think people can't see? So yeah, I kind of agree with him. If you want to talk about unite Africa, bro, because I was actually before I actually wanted to make a topic about this video, I actually had to just kind of look at it from a different perspective. Do you understand? Like, because if I was in someone's domain and then I'm trying to, take a bit of piece of the domain, but I'm disrespecting the main people in the domain and saying, nah, you lot, we're not about you. Let's say for instance, you was in this room, right? This room was called, I don't know, yellow cab. Say the yellow cab behind me. And everyone in this room represented the yellow cab. And then you have like say like 5% of the room saying we're yellow cab, but we're not those people. The 95% in the yellow cab don't put us together. Then get the fuck out the yellow cab then and go create your own fucking continent. But why the fuck are you in the UK? Why the fuck are you in the African continent and trying to disrespect the people that's actually from the motherland and the country? Like people can't see the racism that you're doing, especially in the World Cup that happened when Morocco and Senegal had that World Cup and Senegal wiped their ass clean. And you see the disrespect that the Moroccans was doing after that. You'd have thought to yourself, wait a minute, bro, these guys, ain't they Africans? So yeah, man, I agree with him, man.
You've seen videos on the internet right now of Moroccans saying, no, they're European. They identify more with Europe. You don't get to be African when it's convenient for you. We all witnessed what happened the last World Cup. We all Africans, all of us remember
Yeah, we
when
also,
Morocco was the last country and Africans were coming in there to raise Morocco as the head, as the representative for Africa. Moroccans said, no, get the fuck out of here. Even the Moroccan coach said, get the fuck out of here. We ain't one of you dirty black fucks. We are special.
I ain't gonna lie though, like, listen, my brethren's Moroccan. I'm from Hackney originally, and I have some brethren that's Moroccan. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga's racist as hell, bro. But he was my nigga. I still had some love for him, but I see some racist trait in him. Like I see some real racist trait in him to the fact that like I would allow them to come to my yard. Like like my friends we used to go to each other's house. Yeah, they can come to my house and whatnot. But when it's time to go to their house, like it's like you're talking to them outside of the yard. Like, and I well, you're not gonna let me in. It's like they no, I'm coming downstairs. I'm coming down there. But when it's your turn, they'll come to your yard. But when you're trying to go to their yard, it's just like no, wait, one sec. So yeah. And that's in the hood. That's in the hood. That's not even in like a nice environment where people are like-minded and people don't have that kind of racist mindset because they know that when it comes to money, there's no racist. That was in the hood where everyone should be like this because we're all going through the struggle. And I see how this youth move, and I'm like, bro, like my yard's better than your yard, right? And you're gonna tell me to wait outside just because of man's color of my skin, but you're gonna claim that you're African, like man. But when it comes deep down inside you, you're not like us. That's the mindset that you got, bro. Like I agree, man. I've been around some Moroccans, man. Some Moroccans are like that, man. Like real talk, there's some of them are like that. And if I'm lying, like put that. If you're a Moroccan brother like that as well, put that in the comment section and tell me I'm lying. But majority of the time, let's keep it 100. If you're not like that, your family is definitely like that. Especially if you're first generation in the UK, you're not like that because obviously you're first generation, you're British like man, so the culture of arting is different. But your family's like that.
That's facts. Kill Arabs from the Maghreb. So my version of African unity does not include North Africa. We remember Tunisia 2 years ago. The Tunisian president said he wants all black people out of the country. We know what time it is with the Egyptians,
What?
the Algerians. So I'm not stupid enough to want unity with people that don't want that think I'm better. They're better than me. People that don't
That's
want
facts.
unity. People that constantly shit on me. I'm not stupid. My version of unity does not include those fucking wannabe Arabs. It does not include them. That's one. Two, my version of unity excludes South Africa. South Africa is not in my version of unity. Africans, there's more other countries in Africa.
I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna disagree and agree at the same point. Like I'm saying, I'm not gonna give another man 100%. You guys don't give me 100% because this is just my ideology and my experience of life. My experience on life is not gonna be the same as your experience of life. I'm saying, but like I fucks with South Africans, you know what I'm saying? And South Africans, I look at them, I'll be unified in South Africa. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, South Africa is actually they dope people. Not everyone in South Africa think the same, but like majority of South Africans, I've met some South Africans, especially when I used to go to school. So South Africans are real ones as well. I ain't gonna lie to you, they're real ones though. It's just the old. I feel like you know what it is, yeah. I feel like in South Africa, yeah. You have the white folks that's gone to South Africa and developed that country where it's like a Western country, right? And they wanna benefit from that. I hear it. They want to benefit from that, so they want to separate themselves from other Africans. That country might not be like South Africa to be like you lot don't come down here. You have those type of people with those type of mindset because they don't want to be a part of any other country because their country is developing nicely. You got some slums in South Africa, but it's a beautiful country. So I hear it. You got some people that be like, nah, bro, we're not the same as them lot up there. Yeah, we're only South Africa or nothing. We hear it. I hear it because it's like when you're going through poverty for so long and then someone come and make your country, you know, enhance and whatnot. You wanna rep that to the fullest. But that's not all South Africans that think like that. And I can co-sign a lot of good South Africans. So probably his experiences, he's met South Africans and the way they move, especially when they say they want some Nigerians out of the country, they want all these people out of the country, only want South African people, but other, you know, ethnicities can come because they're making their country good. They're bringing businesses to the country. So I hear it, but I'm not going to seclude South Africa. That's something I ain't going to do. But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like everyone has their own opinion. You get it?
They really do not care to unite with South Africans. And the good thing about it is South Africans do not care to unite with the rest of Africa. They keep saying they want everyone to leave them the fuck alone.
Yeah, because
Get
the
out of
country's
South
pattern.
Africa. Don't go to their country. They don't want immigrants. They don't want migrants. At least the black ones. They have no
Yeah.
problem with white immigrants. They have no problem with Boers. They have no problem with Indians. They have no problem with the biracials. What do they even call
Like I said, it's the poverty mindset. It's like someone coming into your country, making your country good, and you're benefiting from them making your country good. But you don't want other people that looks just like you to come and benefit from what other cultures has come into the country to create in your, you know, in your country to make sure that your country is lovely and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But really and truly, the people that's coming to South Africa, the white people and the Asian and the Chinese people that's gone into South Africa, is actually to benefit their own people, not really to benefit the South Africans. But if the South Africans, you know, find a way to kind of cut through, it benefits them as well. So that's the reason why they're like, yo, you niggas don't come down here, bro, because we trying to pattern up over here. And if you guys come down here, I don't want them lot thinking that we're all the same, but we're not. So I hear it. It's that poverty mindset, you know. It's that poverty mindset that makes a lot of people think like that. But it's not all South African people that thinks like that. That's why I disagree. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, everyone has a different point of view and different life experience that makes them talk the way they talk. And I'm not in Africa, so I can't say, you know.
them in the country, coloreds? They have no problem with them. They just have a problem with black people. So my version of unity does not include South Africans. My version of unity does not include a lot. Does not include Somali people. It does not include Eritreans. It does not include what you call it, Ethiopians. Again, I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna keep sitting here and trying to unify with a group of people who constantly think, "Oh, I'm better than you. Oh, I'm Nilotic. You are Bantu. We're not fucking doing that. Y'all can go. There doesn't need to be hatred. Y'all can go do your own East African Union, whatever the hell it is, your Nilotic Union, your whatever it is. The only reason I care for Sudan is because Sudanese are getting killed. If they stop getting killed right now, my version of African unity does not include them either. My version of African unity is literally. Let me get a map. Let me show you. All right. So you see from Mali, right? You see from here, Mali, right? You see
Mali.
here, Senegal. Okay,
Yeah.
so it starts
Senegal.
from Senegal, Mali, Niger, Chad, South Sudan, Kenya. You see these countries from Senegal, Mali, Niger, Chad, South Sudan, Kenya. From there comes all the way down, excludes South Africa down here, and excludes that and includes that blue Eswatini. Eswatini is in my version of Africa unity. South Africa is not. I'm not here. Listen, whatever y'all want to say, oh, you're hatred. We don't. I don't give a fuck. Everybody.
It's because, like I said to you guys, it's because of how. That's what I'm saying. You see, South Africa is very developed. It's a very nice country. Nice developed country, has some bad parts as well, but majority of the time it's developed because there's a lot of white folks that's down there. There's a lot of Europeans down there that've set up shops, set up businesses, infrastructure and whatnot, to the fact that it's looking like one of those Western, countries. You feel me? But it's the people are there because they want some of those, they want some of those rewards of what these peoples have ripped in South Africa. So that's the reason why they don't want a lot of blacks that looks like them to come to South Africa, because they feel like it's going to be taking some of their benefits away. Poverty mindset. But I'm always going to include South Africa to be in Africa, you get me? Because South Africa, bro, it's Africa, bro. At the end of the day, you get what I'm saying? You just have some minorities in South Africa that thinks like they better than majority of the other Africans just because they got the white folks that's there, that's, kind of build up their country for them, you know what I mean? The infrastructure of the country for them. That's the reason why they sound like they're better than everyone else. I mean, come on, man. Like, look, people have this, this entitled mindset, and they feel like, everybody wants to separate themselves from everybody. I mean, the black Americans do it all the time. Like, they're trying to separate themselves from Africa so much because they don't want to be included with nothing to do with Africa. It's because of the benefit they want to get. Like, some black Americans are still out here waiting for reparations and that. You know what I mean? So it's like, like I said, I'm not going to agree with separating South Africa from Africa, but North Africa, 100%, yes. Algeria, Morocco, even Egypt. I'm gonna put Egypt there as well. You feel me? Tanzania, yeah, you lot can, yeah. Therefore, separate them lot there, 100%, because they move like they're not Africans anyway. So, yeah, I agree on that one.
Gets to be hateful. I get to be hateful too. Everybody gets to be a little piece of shit. I get to be a piece of shit too. Everybody gets to be racist against me. I get to be racist against them too. So when I say African unity, I am not talking about Mauritania. I am not talking about Southern Sahara. I'm not talking about Morocco. I'm not talking about Algeria. I'm not talking about Libya. I'm not talking about Tunisia. I am not talking about Egypt. I'm not talking about Sudan. I'm not talking about Ethiopia. I'm not talking about Somalia. I'm not talking about Eritrea. These outer countries, you see, all these outer African, I don't include them in my version of African unity because I cannot unite with people who don't want to unite with me and who constantly have this superiority that, and the funny thing about it, you want to see, are you ready? My version of Africa unity is genetic based. You see, the Human Genome Project, which Europeans did, which took decades, where they were mapping genes, genetics, everyone's genes from the whole world. They found that people from, you see, starting here, Senegal, Mali, Niger, Chad, not Sudan, South Sudan. Like these countries that I named, all these countries are literally the only countries in the world where you will find humans with pure Homo sapien DNA.
Yeah,
Everybody else, these guys, the Algerians, the Libyans, the Egyptians, the Saudis, the Ethiopians, every one of them have Neanderthal genetics in them. So my version of
He said Neanderthal. Neanderthal. Hey, you see, brothers like these are deep, you know. They one of those people that do some crazy research and they go real deep into it to basically try to justify the behaviors of some people the way they act. And I'll keep it a buck because most people, especially around those area that he just said, when you look at the top of him on the right, Ethiopia, Somalia, Egypt, you know, Libya, Algeria as well. Them lot are not Africans, bro. And like I'm saying, I'm always gonna say Somalia is African because there's some Somalian brothers where I've grew up with, and they've looked at themselves as, you know, a black brother and an African brother first before Somalia. But there's been a thing where a lot of Somalians are be making videos, especially on TikTok. You go on there and they'd be like, "We're not black. We're not black. We're Somalian. We don't look like those blacks. Look at you guys' nose. Look at you." Then I'll be like, "Bro, did you lot really think like that?" Then I'll be like, "All right, bet. Say less. We ain't got to unite then." So I get what he's saying though. I'm not stupid. That's why when he said what he said at the beginning, I'm not stupid. You're not gonna fool me. I know who's who and who's not who, and who looks at man as lower than them and think they're superior than man. And that's facts. There's a lot of brothers, a lot of people are waking up now. Thank God for social media and people can put their thoughts out there. It's true. Because before, when you say Africa, you want to put everyone in the same bucket. But now, when you get a bit older, you get a bit wiser. You be like, wait, like me and you are not the same because I think you think you're better than me because of the way your facial looks and the way my facial look. So I'ma always look at you as different than man, regardless if we're in the same continent or not. You ain't fooling no one. And if a lot of people from especially Central Africa and West Africa and even South Africa start to realize that, you know, you have people in your continent that think they're better than you. And then say, okay, cool, you lot do your thing, we're going to do our thing, but don't try to make yourself look like you're like, don't try to make it look like we're all the same when we're not all the same because you out here thinking you're better than man. But you're in the same continent as man. So my thing is this, I don't even know why, you might as well just remove the Africa bit. Because a lot of people in Africa all still act like one. People in Nigeria, Kenya, you know what I mean? Senegal, you know, Niger, you know, all these West and Central and South African people all will consider themselves as the same, apart from them one up there. You might as well just chop. You might as well just don't even include Africa in your what you call it again, identity. Remove that. It's fine because you're separating yourself from the ones that's actually from Africa. Like, I agree with him. I agree. Some of you lot might disagree with me, and it's fine. I don't give a fuck. But I kind of agree with him still, and I see where he's coming from, and that comes from frustration of trying to make everyone unite that don't want to unite because they think they're better than you because of their features of how they think they look. They're more closer to the European. The texture of their hair is more closer to the European. It's not a C4. It's closer. So, yeah, cool. I hear that. Because that World Cup that I saw with Morocco and Senegal really disgusts me. Even the way they was trying to stop, you know, the keeper from having the towel, and they're trying to stop the towel boy from giving the keeper the towel, and they're all trying to pull the guy away. Bro, really disgusts me, bro. I was like, nah, these lot are bookie, man. These lot are bookie. And I want to say not all of them are like that. But at the end of the day, everyone's gonna represent where they from, and let's keep it a buck in it. Like if 80% of people are saying they're not fucking with those type of people over there, 20% is not enough for you to say 20% of them are cool. You might as well just put it to 100, man. It's 80% more than 20, man.
God gave me grace. God gave me style. God gave me grace. God put a smile on my face. God made me smile on my face. God made me shine like the sun. God made me shine like the sun. Sometimes I feel like I'm the one. Sometimes I feel like it ain't my fault.